Canada just made postgraduate work permit rules easier for international students. They updated the old rules and made new rules that will favor international students. So you don't have to make a decision between your Canadian dreams and your work permit. So in this video, I'll be telling you what's the big change, why this matters, who it benefits, and some important things for you to note. And we'll also consider the old rules and also talk about the new rules. So what is the big change? What's the big change? No more field restrictions. Canada has removed the requirement that postgraduate work permit eligibility depends on your field of study. Before now, you have to be in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field. That's STEM. Now, graduates from any college or bachelor's program, that's whether it's arts, business, humanities, whatever it is, can apply for a postgraduate work permit regardless of their major. You don't have to be in the science, technology, engineering, or mathematics field, or you don't have to be in the shortage occupation field before you can be eligible, according to the new rules they made from March 2025. Now, why does this matter? You know, the freedom to choose. Students no longer need to pick in-demand fields like STEM, to qualify for work permit. So you have the choice of studying whatever you love. You can study whatever you love and you still be eligible. Then there is also pathway to PR. So the postgraduate work permit holders gain work experience, because when you study whatever you want to study, you now gain valuable work experience, which is critical for applying for permanent residency through express entry or the provincial nominee programs. So now, the third thing on the agenda is, who does this benefit? Who does this benefit? Students starting college or bachelor programs in 2024, 2025, when you are starting a bachelor program, either a bachelor's or a postgraduate, before, if you are even a graduate of a college, a bachelor's from a college, you may not be eligible for postgraduate work permit, but now they've removed it. Whether you are a graduate of a college, you are a bachelor's graduate from a college, you are eligible. Then graduates in non-traditional fields, music, history, design, who previously faced barriers, we no longer face barriers. And you need to note that master's and PhD students, for the rules for master and PhD students remain unchanged, that they already have a broad eligibility, but your school must also be a designated learning institute. So you can check the list on the IRCC website, check whether, I'm going to paste the link to be able to check whether your school is a designated learning institute. Then so that's what you should know. So make sure you choose wisely. Make sure that your program is aligned with your career goals. That's another thing you need to know. So you can study what you love and not just immigration rules. So before, people are studying just to fit immigration rules, but right now you can study whatever you love. So that's one thing you should know. So let's look at the old rules. Let's just look at it for the sake of people knowing and to be convinced. Now, the old rules states that there's a field of study restriction. So you have to be in STEM, which I already said. So if you are not in STEM, you cannot get. Number two, your program length must be from 8 months to 2 years. If you are less than 2 months old, you will not be eligible. If your program is less than 8 months, you will not be eligible for postgraduate work permit, which is Pgwp. Then if you study for 2 years, a master's of 2 years, you'll be eligible for a 3 years postgraduate work permit. Then we also have full-time enrollment. Students have to maintain full-time enrollment in academic sections, except for the final semester. Exceptions only for the final semester. You must have full-time academic enrollment. Part-time students could be disqualified, except for medical reasons. So, and then your school must be a designated learning institute. Then students have to apply for the postgraduate work permit within 180 days of receiving their final grades or a program completion later. So within 180 days of your graduation, that's like 180 days has to do, that's 4 months. You must, no, 30 times 6. Within 6 months of your graduation, you must have applied. So the limitations of the old system is that students feel pressured to choose high demand fields over their interest to secure postgraduate work permit eligibility. Then graduate from shorter programs, let's say 1-year diplomas, had less time to gain work experience for PR pathways. Then uncertainty for non-STEM students and created anxiety about post-graduation plans. So there's uncertainty. If you're not in the STEM category, there's a lot of uncertainty, and it created a lot of anxieties, right?